Today we're going to be interviewing a Dogecoin kid, Lisa from Up Worldwide. And today we have the beautiful Miss from Crypto here tonight with us. Today we have Ken Bozak.
Foundation, Rarible, OpenC, and Charged Particles.
Speaking from a Gen Z's perspective.
So why do these people buy this
collection? I work with an artist out of...
Wait till you see my other outfits. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Yummy NFTs. I'm City Girl, and thank you for coming out to join us tonight. Tonight, we have an AltSpace favorite with us, SafeMoon enthusiast Jerry the Tire Guy. Please throw up some hearts for Jerry to welcome to the show. Before we talk to you about your involvement with VR, crypto, and NFTs, I just want to take a few moments to share some noteworthy things that are going on in the NFT world. Some exciting news for Gucci. They've decided to allow Bored Ape Yacht Club tokens as payment. Earlier this year, they allowed Bitcoin and Ethereum as acceptable payment methods in several of their U.S. stores. They've also collaborated with a toy maker to make NFTs that are part of a project in the sandbox in the metaverse. Keeping within the fashion industry, Tiffany has also announced that they will be selling custom CryptoPunk pendants for $50,000. That's equal to about 30 Ethereum. And as a result, CryptoPunk's Ethereum NFT sales has jumped 248%. Only those who actually own CryptoPunks are eligible, as this is an exclusive opportunity. Even though crypto market has been going through a massive dip similar to the stock market, CryptoPunks are still at an average cost of about $200,000. So these pendants will have a minimum of 30 diamonds or gemstones, and they'll hang on an 18-karat gold chain. In addition, Tiffany's will be giving out an NFT, calling it NFT Tiff, their own little spoof on NFTs, which CryptoPunk holders can mint and redeem. In other news, Pearson, who is a textbook publisher, has announced plans to start releasing previously hard-published school books as digital NFTs. Typically, when students are done with their books, they resell them, and the publisher never sees any of the resale profits. So they go through all the process of creating the books and publishing them and getting them to the market, and then students buy them and then just resell them because they're done with the book. So now, selling the books as digital NFTs will allow them to receive royalties on future sales down the road. And selling books as NFTs might not be such a new concept, but it definitely isn't as widely used as images and digital artwork. So if this experiment is successful, it may become far more utilized within publishing houses worldwide. You may end up seeing that all colleges and schools, the academies and everything, start switching over to digital books for their students that become NFTs. I love to see these different concepts of NFT utility. It's just amazing to see, the versatility that's out there right now, and I just can't wait to see what else is coming. So, Harry, why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got into the whole VR, crypto, and NFT world? Oh, did you mute yourself? Hold on one second. There you go.
All right. Perfect.
Don't mute yourself.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. Just a little bit about me, how I got involved with crypto, NFTs, metaverse. I've been in the metaverse going on 2 years now. I've been involved in crypto going on a year and a half, and also NFTs. As you see my logo on the wall over here, the SafeMoon water cooler. It's a basically it's a podcast on Twitter. Twitter has these rooms that y'all can talk audibly, right? And you can have up to 2 to 20,000 people in there and 12 people up at a time. So I started a podcast. I'm a host, influencer on Twitter for those who may not know. I come on here to have fun and enjoy you all. But I have a lot of important people following me, CEOs and companies and things of the sort like that. They come to my SafeMoon water cooler and hang out. I always try. I run a completely clean show, and no, none of that type of negativity or anything. I just run a clean show, music, information on NFTs and crypto, and I have a lot of interesting people up. So yeah, it's been about that long, and the metaverse is just something great for NFTs, crypto to get started in. And besides building here, um, I found out that you actually meet a lot of great people. You actually can take business not just in here, but take down the real world.
Well, your logo over here, that is that minted into an NFT?
That is. Yep, that is.
And
I
you
got a
have
new
plans
logo
for
that's
some
coming.
utility with it?
You know what? It serves its purpose. I don't have any plans yet, but I'm actually just got a new logo made today, and we're gonna put that to the website once it's finished. And believe it or not, and I think I wish Maddie was here, but she helped me actually. We're incorporating my show, and she actually helped me get my website. Um, and believe it or not, was an NFT. They sent it to me in an NFT. So when you my domain name, when you got the domain name, it was an NFT. So I thought that was very very interesting.
This is another example of NFTs taking over different arenas. That's amazing. So,
Absolutely.
you have some other images up here on the wall that are NFTs that you own. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll tell you about this one over here. This is actually a Spartan from Halo. If anyone's into like the Halo game from Xbox, a friend of mine named SafeMoon Demon actually created this NFT for me over here, and I thought it was very very interesting. This is the other side of me. I'm an alpha male just by nature, but at the same time, I do believe in trying to contain that and control that side, right? Respect everybody. So, um, he knows me as a fighter on Twitter. I used to kind of get in there and you get a lot of people that like to flood projects and mess with your money. I've always been the type of person to jump in the fire and go head to head with them. So that's why he created that for me. The other person over here is actually me in the purple, right here with the purple and the mouth glowing. That was actually done in my man cave. Um, it's funny how I actually created that thing, but that's me, and I was able to do the eyes, laser mouth, V2 type of deal. Um, the other picture over here is not mine, but that's also NFT. But the other picture over there with the heart is represents SafeMoon. Even though I don't work for them yet, um, that's what I'm heavily invested in. It's a cryptocurrency and also a technology company, and you'll see that stuff all over Twitter. So yeah, and I've been to the headquarters. It was awesome in Utah. Utah treated me very well. So
Interesting.
and the water cooler is from the Espanol. I'm so sorry, my Spanish is so bad. Um, Spanish community, they actually created that SafeMoon water cooler for me. A lot of my listeners on my show, some of them are here in AltSpace. A lot of them actually are here in AltSpace. And so it's interesting when I see a lot of my listeners saying hi to. Uh, my name is actually Jeremiah. They know me as Jeremiah on the water cooler, so that's what it is. And now you guys know. But I'm also Jerry the Tire Guy. So yeah.
Yes, you are. So, let's talk about, from coming from a more of an investor and financial perspective, what do you see as the best future utility for NFTs? Is it solely financial in terms of commerce, or is it real estate, medical, or something else? What do you see?
All of them. All of them. You know, um, NFTs are, for those who may not know, it's not a fungible token. But basically, I want everyone to look at the NFT as if it's a license, as if no man, let's do better than license, as if it's your certificate, your social security number, your deed to your house, your title to your car. That's an NFT. It connects you to that car in the computers, and no one can change it unless you sell it, unless you're at the DMV or say something like that. I actually believe it's going to go to more so to the DMV section with the cop. I think I mentioned this the last week or so. When a cop comes up to you and say, "Can I please see your NFT?" Because your license, your registrations, your where you live, everything is connected to this one item that might be on your phone. It's connected to the blockchain, no matter where you are in the world. So the benefits of NFTs, it can go is there's no limit. There's no limit because anything can be tracked. I don't care if you're buying food in a grocery store, right? And you want to know where that particular vegetable came from, we can track it to the NFT all the way to where you can see where it came from, the truck it drove on, the field that it came from. You can see who picked it. You can see everything on the blockchain because it's keeping records through its journey right to your mouth. So that's why I believe that this thing is bigger than what people understand in this new. It's like asking how big can the internet be when it first got started. This is why everybody should get invested, look into it, because right now, because of Web3, this is Web2, right? Because of Web3, now NFTs, crypto, everything, also other information. When you start a company, you get literally skin in the game. Now you own your own stuff. No one else have to.
Traceability is definitely a big feature of NFTs. Now, you just mentioned for Web3, some of the people in here who might not know the difference. Can you elaborate a little bit the difference between Web2, Web3?
Yeah, sure. Matter of fact, I want to just go move backwards. Give me 1 minute. I can actually explain. Give me a minute and a half, maybe two. So Web 1 was, and you guys probably was in high school. You guys are looking at the internet, and it's literally just text. You only could read. Okay, you couldn't interact. You couldn't change anything. All you can do is just read. That's it. Web 2 goes into now you're able to interact with um you're able to interact act online. So leave comments, make videos. You got Facebook, you got Google, you can order Uber Eats, you can do all these wonderful, wonderful things. But the thing is, people are stealing your data. Okay, they're stealing your data. They're profiting off of you, selling your data to other companies, and privacy situation kind of went out the window. Right? And now with Web 3, and maybe I could have someone else help me explain this a little bit more. But it really is here, but is not fully developed yet, right? Web 3, you basically you're able to own your own content, your own identity. Um, you can own your own company without other people like Facebook, Microsoft profiting off of you. Where you go, what do you look like, and they're gonna drive all these different companies to you to sell you their products. I'm not against that, but I'm saying some people don't like that, right? They want the privacy where everything is not out there. So Web 3 is going to be far more complex than Web 2. Hopefully gives you the privacy that you need, and at the same time a lot of people can probably make a lot of money there too, and also have a larger impact in Web 3.
Great explanation. So let me ask you, when we go back to traceability, because that is one of the key features of being on the blockchain. So how do you see this playing an important factor in the success of NFTs, going forward?
Well, trustability is important because people can sell you something, right? And it not be theirs. So with the blockchain is a series of, say, computers that work all together, say 51 computers. It verifies that this thing is true, right? It's like say Twitter will verify that this famous person with a blue chip check mark is who he is. Is not some fake account. So um, it's important because with the whole blockchain and moving forward with NFTs and trustability, you want to know what you're receiving, what you pay a lot of money for. Some of these NFTs cost millions and millions of dollars, right? Millions, and people don't know if it's the real McCoy. you know so you can literally go on the blockchain, give them your OX or your whatever's connected to that NFT. Go on the blockchain, and your name should be on it somewhere. That person where was purchased from or whatever should be on it. It literally verifies that it's true and it was created here or whatever it may be. So it's important to be able to have that trust factor dealing with blockchain, NFTs, and everything moving. So important. I think somebody had
So
their hand up.
earlier,
Mhm.
you we'll do questions at the end.
No
But
problem.
so when you were talking earlier, you comment about product, having it be tracked from the fields to where it was sold to, and
Yes.
then out into the future. So obviously that that is one method of using the traceability there. But if we were to talk about other things within the NFT market that maybe like we talked about earlier when I was mentioning the books that have the traceability there, so people can actually make money off of things future down the road. We've seen this happen with digital artwork, that
Oh
somebody
yeah.
creates a piece, they mint it, they sell it to
Right.
you. You go and you get your NFT. Now you decide to sell it, and so the royalties go back to the originator.
Yes.
Where else can this be utilized that it would actually be beneficial to the masses? Like, where else could you trace something and have it kick back to the original person? Clearly in the music industry, that would be
Oh
one way.
yes. Yes. I have a friend of mine. He was one of the first uh, people to artists that actually were able to make their music an NFT, and he could chop it up and sell one part to the music and chop it up and sell the other part, or just sell the whole song. And whoever that person sells it to, he'll get kicked back a certain percentage on top of what the person paid for. Doesn't matter. So it can go through all these people hands in here, and he always will lead back because the smart contract will lead back to him. But the fact that um, the valuable part about that is like owning the rights to the music. Don't need record companies. You know what I mean? Often, and we have some people that are artists in the room, right? And they'll tell you a lot of times these record companies, when they own, you could sing as many songs as you want. You can write as many songs as you want. You can actually create the character that you are, and they own it. So when you leave, you own nothing. Can't sing the songs anymore, or you can't do anything. So the NFTs literally sign it becomes a title to you. If you want to, my friend, he also didn't just sell his music, but he also because he could sell his music, sell the rights, and whoever listens to it, he could still sell his music too. But that person actually owns the. It's like when Michael Jackson when he bought the Beatles, right? He bought their thing. Imagine that was an NFT. So, um, thing is, he created like 4 or 5 different covers. He made those NFTs to his album, and he sold those. He created um man, what else did he do? He just but the thing is, it gave him back the power that often a lot of artists will actually sell away, not realizing that that could have been just a deadly mistake. So yeah. So it really works. I mean, even when you were talking about medical supplies, medical records or whatever. I mean, can you imagine all your medical records being held on a ledger or in your wallet, in your phone or whatever, anything you need back when you're a child? Save so much on paper, time, someone typing everything out. You got everything right there. They need to
Well, it
look
would
something
also
up.
give them a lot of, access to your data in case of emergency much easier. I mean, instead of trying
Absolutely.
to figure out, if you could carry around in your phone, a digital record of everything that has happened to you and, your health records, any treatments that you had. Now you're in a car accident, they pull up and they see everything about you. So before they, turn around and try to treat you or something, they would know if you have allergies. They're going to know if you have, somebody who's bleeding, if they have, hepatitis, something like that. It would protect both the EMTs and yourself from anything else happening to you, to have all of
Absolutely.
your records right there at the palm of your hand. So,
Absolutely.
because you mentioned earlier about, having your license, your registration, all of that information there, but there's so many bigger things that are important to you that could be, right there in the palm of your hands.
So many bigger things. So I mean, that's just a great point. But yeah, I mean, it's literally it's unlimitless. I mean, it is definitely the future. So I just want to say that it's beyond just pictures and bored ape or enhanced ape or anything else. It goes way beyond that, way beyond that. So get ready. That is definitely the future. There's a lot of value in it. I'm saved, and it's gonna hopefully the world catches up um, for world adoption. So and also do your own research. Go on YouTube. There's a lot of information on NFTs. If you have a business, um, please find out what an NFT is. You never know how creative you come with your business and using NFTs and giving people a little stake in your business, or maybe buying a product, or just having your account set up as an NFT. So yeah.
Now, do you use, in your personal business outside of water cooler? Do you use NFTs in your own business right now?
Well, not yet, not yet. Again, it's still a learning process for me too. And as people know, I'm mostly indulge myself in crypto. My mind has really been on that. However, I've dealt with in dealing with a lot of businesses. I also um, work for a publicly traded company, right, on the Nasdaq. So um, I say work for on the team. So I would say that we deal with a lot of NFT projects that come before us, and we do a lot of the marketing for them, and driving traffic to their websites, and putting them on Yahoo Finance, and introducing them um, to Wall Street, believe it or not. And this is a first bridge that we're able to do this. So they use a lot of NFTs. We have a company called Blockbuster Technology, which is a friend of mine. He's the CEO of Don Bailey. Shout out to Don if he's in the room somewhere. But Blockbusters, a lot of their technologies they're actually going to be using for the NFT NFTs for it. Also here in the metaverse too. So look out for Blockbuster. They're coming to the metaverse. They're a serious first cryptocurrency technology company to partner up with a publicly traded company on Wall Street. So much love. That's going to actually hopefully bridge Wall Street to DeFi or crypto or whatnot. You can get the ball going. And that particular company stocks went up, but man, the last 3 days, I think it was like 34%. Today it was like, I don't know, 23. I gotta look at the numbers, but it's a good thing. Good thing.
A lot of climbing going on right now.
A lot
So,
of
for
climbing.
people who might be interested in listening to, your broadcast, where can they reach you?
So, let me see. You can reach me on the back wall. This Jeremiah 1 SFM um WC. So that stands for Jeremiah 1 SafeMoon Water Cooler. I am the host, and you can follow me. I'm on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, what you want to do is you see my emblem lighting up, or you go to the very top of Twitter, and they have these things called Twitter Spaces. Again, You can click on the space and you can listen to people talk all time, 24 hours a day. I'm actually on 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I love meeting people, talking with people. Um, Sometimes we have some really big names in there, but I treat everybody the same, respect people. So um, and I would love to see you guys in there. Just jump on Twitter. I hate it. Did I ever tell you I hated Twitter before I got to these spaces? Oh my gosh, the spaces turned. I'm not even on Facebook anymore. Spaces, Twitter Spaces turned everything around for me. So I'm able to
So
talk
let
to
me
all
ask
of you.
you then, in addition to your show, for people who are interested in finding out more and for seeking out resources on Twitter, if they were interested in finding out more about NFTs, go in. They can search for NFTs and find.
Absolutely. They can. You don't even have to
And you
listen
don't
to
actually
me.
have to have a Twitter account, right?
No.
You can. Anybody can go on
Yeah,
and
you
check it
can
out.
go on these spaces and sometimes if you don't see them at the top, go down to once you're on your home page, go down to the very bottom of the page, and you'll see like a little microphone in the middle. You can click on that, then they give you a whole list of spaces that's live and you can listen to. And a lot of times, if you don't know about NFTs, if you're trying to create a product, anything you want to look for, Bitcoin, crypto, you could look for spaces and hear people in there talking. Now, everybody is now always talking common sense, but you gotta just like here in off space, you gotta kind of maneuver around and feels what fit. Excuse me. Jump in what fits you. That's my suggestion. So, but you're right.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Well, I would like to open up the raise hand feature for the audience so people could ask you questions if they have some. So, if everybody could just take a moment to rate the event, we strive for 5 to keep our event alive. And if you want to ask Jerry a question, Blue, if you could please put the raise hand feature up, and let's see if anybody has anything they want to ask you about NFTs, about water cooler.
I just rated the event, so
Thank
that
you.
was that was awesome. She gets a 5. Wish I could do it again.
Thank you.
We have a question from Hudat. Hudat, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear
sir.
you.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So, I guess my biggest question is, for someone who doesn't know NFTs or blockchain, I mean, a lot of this stuff is all relatively new to myself. So, for someone who's new to NFTs, I've read tons of probably news articles in the last 2 months of how NFTs are blowing up and it's the next best thing. But for someone who doesn't know anything about it other than just reading these articles, what's the best place to go to find out information to get started, to build a firm foundation on your understanding of how you can get into the market without going down the wrong paths, if that makes sense?
Mm. So that's a good question. Anyone else may have any suggestions on too to add to his questions. Please raise your hand too. I would love, but the best way, look, I won't say the best way. One of the ways, what I found out is again going to that great university, worldwide university, YouTube University, right? They got a lot of smart people on YouTube. All you have to do is type in exactly what you're looking for. NFTs or NFT blockchain, how to make money with NFTs, how to adopt, how can I bring NFTs into my business? How could whatever you're looking for, just type that in. Reading is always good, depending what source it comes from, because just like anything else, if you're reading something on the internet, my God, people say some of the most horrible things on the internet, and they're talking about something that they don't even understand. So getting good information off the internet is kind of hard, but it's a lot of smart people with a lot of viewership on YouTube and even coming on Twitter and sitting in and listening to some of those spaces I was talking about, so you can hear people that's actually in the grind doing it, and you can raise your hand just like you're doing here and ask questions. Those are one of those two of the ways that come to me. But again, often tell people, just do your own research. There's thousands of people on YouTube, and you can get. I'm sure you can find an answer. Just get a collective, a lot of people opinions, and you got to put it together and see what fits for you. Hope I answered your question. Okay.
One thing I'd like to add to that too is that, depending on what your final end game is going to be, so decide what it is that you want to do with NFTs. Are you going to collect them? Are you going to invest in them? Are you going to create them? And then follow down that path to find the right resources. Because if you're just searching for, NFT information in general, that is such a broad topic and so wide that you can end up, going down a rabbit hole that's infinite. So make sure that you're actually, you have an idea of what your goals are and then kind of follow that path to lead yourself into the right location. And absolutely do your own research, because don't necessarily ask people questions, of course, because there will be people around you that are involved. Like we have Tandy here, she's actively involved. We have Mommy Nature and Evolve, and who are also very actively involved. But you could be asking questions to people who just have some vague information, and they might steer you wrong. So don't just find like one little thing. Search, do a lot of research, and really look into what it is you want to get as answers.
And also be careful if you ever buy an NFT, be careful what you connect your wallet to. Never give out your seed phrase. If anybody ever asks you for your seed phrase, no matter how convincing they may sound, whatever, or tell you to click on some mysterious link, please do not do it. Be very leery of that, because you can lose everything. You give them the keys to your house at that point.
Absolutely.
So,
do we have any other questions?
Yeah, J Rock, go ahead.
Jerry, what up?
hey, what's up, J Rock? How you living, bro?
Good, man. Are you
All
able?
right.
Are you able to establish your NFTs on multiple blockchains? On OpenSea, can you put it on the Ethereum and Solana?
Yeah, you can. You can. And BSC, Ethereum. It all depends what works best for you. Certain blockchains bring a different value to your NFT if you're dealing with like photos, pictures, and stuff like that. And some, I guess it's just the quality. Some people are very it's on the, finance blockchain. People tend not to like it. It brings in a lower value, but Binance has cheaper gas fees. Ethereum, it's like a premium blockchain, right? Look at the blockchain as when you have companies build off the blockchain or they use a certain, I like to think of it either as a highway or as a city block, right? The value in the blockchain is a city block. If you can imagine yourself being a city and it's on all four corners, clear land. There's not a lot of value to the blockchain, right? But once companies start moving in, houses are moving, they're built upon that city block, and that particular, they might have a gas station, grocery store, whatever. Now, if you value the land after that, it's a different value than what it was beforehand. That's how a lot of these blockchains can end up exploding. However, in this case, it all depends what highway you go on. Some people like Ethereum, even though you have to pay a higher toll on that. I mean, a higher toll, depending what part of the day, the value of it changes. So, but to answer your question, yes, Solana, Ethereum, and there's others that's going to come that you can actually run buy your NFT off of, or OpenSea. Safe, reliable, credible places is my suggestion. So hopefully I answer your question.
We have another question from Tandy. Go ahead, Tandy.
Hey, Tandy. Hey, I remember when Tandy actually created her first NFT. I'm not even sure if I told you about it or whatever, but who cares, right? She created her first NFT and she was like so excited. Her head was down for like days, and she created, what was it, Candy? Was it
Tandy's crypto.
Candy's crypto candies.
Yeah,
Yes.
Tandy's crypto.
Don't forget the
And
crypto.
We had you on
the
to show
crypto
those.
candy. That's facts. Let's go. What's your question? Sorry.
Okay. So my question is, because Jerry is one of the main people that helped me with so much information that I have in my head, um, I hear that there is a new project that you are working on. Um, and I would love to know about it. Believe it's Blockbuster. If you could tell
Oh,
us
yeah.
a little bit about
Yeah,
that, a little bit about
I'll
that.
tell you. So I'll tell you a little bit about it, and just to be clear, I'm not on the court on it. I promoted on my show. Blockbuster is a token that came out, and I think the you don't mind me talking about this, do you?
No, go
I
ahead.
answered your question. So the blockbuster is, I think it's like 10 billion in supply. So a friend of mine, John Bailey, very very smart, intelligent guy, one of the smartest guys that I've met in in DeFi. So he creates this token. He has a team, high level individuals, and this thing comes out. Just got announced, coming out on the swap. It had a pre-sale, which I was able to get in. Okay, let me just say this. And the pre-sale, um, and it went so fast. I think they were supposed to have it open for like 5 days after the hard cap, and I think it sold out like in 12 hours, something like that. So 40% of the supply ended up selling out. It was crazy. So will it be the next Bitcoin? I don't know, but the company itself is, like I said, first company to partner up with a publicly traded company, and they're going to be bringing, what they do is, this is the thing. This is what blockbusters do. This is what they do. They're bringing companies that's in Web 2 to Web 3. And that's what they're helping to bring over to make that transition, because a lot of companies have a lot of money. Just because they got money don't doesn't mean that they know how to do that. Just like companies didn't know how to go from brick and mortar, actually putting themselves and having the actual presence in the best way on the web. So this is what blockbusters do. They have a lot of utility that's coming out. They're they're launching, because the pre-sale is over, but they launch on the SafeMoon swap, and that's Friday. And I've never seen so much hype about this particular coin and company. But they have a lot. They, man, listen, they are serious. They got so many partners. I'm excited. I love SafeMoon, but hey, I'm bullish on Blockbuster. So I'm glad you asked that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I busters with an S on the end, tech. So yeah,
Thank you, Tandy.
but hopefully, yeah, hopefully I answered your question, Tandy. I only have, but if you guys need to have any more information, just go to Blockbusters token or tech, and somebody's talking about it. Yeah, please don't rush. Don't rush the stage. Don't rush the stage. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Um, yeah. What else can I tell you? Um, but look, I'm very passionate about this because listen, I keep my circles very small, and at the same time, I like talking to everybody, but people that's real close to me, I keep small, and I want those people that's around me to become successful, and I want to be successful, right? I have a lot of friends that have made some cases millions, in other cases hundreds of millions of dollars. My mind, all about impact, changing people's lives, and also changing their lives financially. I'm trying to get there. There's this thing is so new, but I'm telling you the God honest truth, is bigger than the internet. So no matter if it's NFTs or if it's crypto, not financial advice, but do your research, get involved. Don't be afraid. This is I've never seen the world change so fast. Like this is bigger than the internet. So if you learn it, get involved. And yes, it does cost a little something, right? Nothing free in life, unfortunately. Just not free unless you give it away. But somebody had to pay for it. Get your feet wet. 'Cause guess what? The people that got in that whole internet boom, and you had to have a certain amount of money, which was a lot of money, are still doing well. Okay, say I didn't tell you. Um,
We have another question from Hudat. Go ahead, Hudat. Oh, did you have another question?
He's muted, I
Click on
think.
the hand. Click
Oh,
on the
he's
hand raised
muted.
button again. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Can hear
Okay,
you.
perfect. So I come from I guess I'm new in the alt space. I've probably only been here for about a month, and before this in COVID, I was big into dancing, salsa community, bachata, anything Latin inspired. And they always have conferences, once a month, depending on the state, they have a conference where people go who don't know nothing about salsa and you can learn in that little 3-day workshop type of environment. And then they have competitions at night. Is there stuff like that for the NFT world that can be attended? And if so, how do I go about finding where those conferences are so that I can possibly go to some of those events to learn more information?
Oh, that's a great
Definitely are.
question. Yeah.
Mhm.
You could probably, but yeah, please help me out with this because you so much
There are
research.
definite conferences that happen worldwide. There was just a big one in New York recently, NFT NYC. So these conferences that happen, if you look online and you Google them, you'll see them listed everywhere. One of our first guests that we had on here, Miggy Sellis, right now he's out at one of the conferences, and they have people at the conferences that are not only artists but people who are not only creating NFTs but people that know how to utilize them. There are companies out there. There are individuals, and these conferences are open to the public. So at the NFT NYC, there was over 40,000 people that showed up to this conference. They,
Wow.
the line was wrapped through blocks to try and get into this.
Wow.
There's an agenda up on, there's a scheduled agenda over the course of several days. You can look and see if there's something that you're interested specifically in, if there's someone that you know that's there that you want to listen to, or if there's certain categories of topics that you want to hear more information on. People go up on the stage, they talk, they take questions from the audience, just like you have here, and you can learn more. And then when the actual individual speakers are done, or the groups of speakers are done, there's like after parties and things like that where you can go interact with the people who are actively involved in this community and learn more directly from the participants. And that is actually a great way to learn about the NFT markets and everything, because these are people who are heavily invested in it and have taken the time to not only create NFTs but to learn more about the market and the audience and every aspect of it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
I was absolutely. I was. Oh my goodness. I was hoping that she would have been available. One of the core members from Blockbuster, she just went to NFT conference in California. I think it was in LA, something like that. And she learned so much. I was like, could you please just come here with me on the couch? They would love to hear about it. But you hit the nail right on the head. They have these conferences, and it's an exciting thing to go to, a lot to learn. Also, if you guys give you another thought, right? They have picture this. if you had now concerts making their tickets NFTs, right? Say, for example, you go to a Jay-Z concert, or say Michael Jackson was still alive, and you showed, now that ticket that you bought is now NFT on your phone, and Michael Jackson dies 20 years later. Hey, honey, I was at the Michael Jackson concert. This is the NFT right here, proof that I was there. And say you want to put it online and sell it, you do that. It was a that ticket has value now. It might be your favorite artist. Got a whole line of them, full of art tickets that concerts you went to, and you might want to auction them off. You can do that, especially if a person passed away. Unfortunately, that's when you actually become somebody in a lot of people's eyes. But
Absolutely.
just a thought.
Yeah. I mean, another thing too to keep in mind, if you go on Instagram and you search by hashtags and you search for NFT conferences, you can find posts from people who are at these conferences, and then you can trace it back and get more information that way as well. Doing research through hashtags is a great way to find more information on certain topics.
Facts. Facts.
Do you have any other
Absolutely.
questions? We're coming up toward the end of the hour. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to ask?
Can I just shout out a couple of people?
Sure, go ahead.
Is that all right? I just want to shout out Tandy, shout out my man Prodigy right here. Evolving. Shout outs to you, Mommy Nature, T. I see Boogie's in the building and everything else like that. And you already know we've been, man, listen, we've been friends for about 20 months now. And Bubblegum and all the many other wonderful people that's in the building. Much love, Sasha. I see you back there and everyone else in the back. Love you all. I appreciate you guys really coming out and to support me and support her show. She is an excellent host, and I hope you guys could come up here on the show at some point too, as well as blockchain.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Jerry. It's been great having you on. Very interesting. And thank all of you for joining us tonight as well. We appreciate your continued support and your eagerness to learn more about the growing NFT industry. Make sure you join us next Tuesday night because we're going to have the amazingly talented Mommy Nature on, and we're going to talk about her incredible artwork and learn about transition from strictly physical art to pushing digital sales through NFTs. So make sure that you're here to join us. So next Tuesday at 8:30, and also you send a DM to us and on our Instagram, as you see up on the sign over here on the side. We'll send you your free POAP NFT of tonight's episode. You can put that into your digital wallet and have it available. And if you guys have any other questions, feel free to contact tonight. If we can, we could get everybody up on the stage right now. We like to take a group photo at the end of each episode. Come on up onto the stage, Blue, if you'll remove the stage blocker.
Yeah, it's
We can get
removed.
everybody up here. Thank you.
Tell me where you want me on. Okay,
Right
perfect.
there's fine, right
This
in
is
the
great.
center. Yeah.
Right.
Come on up, everyone. Don't be shy.
Oh yeah. Please don't be shy. Come on in. Come on. I love you guys.